Alright, fellow hobbyists, today I am opening my new Golden Horzions bulkheads and steering assembly for my Savage Flux. And I've already opened two of the packages here, and immediately I'm finding things just wrong. I'll start off with my bulkhead here. And as you can see, it looks like the machining is fairly nice, all that, until I look at the back and it looks like a cat has barfed on the anodizing on the back. And then I look in the top and I find that the screw passages here haven't been machined properly. They've still got like a foil that's been pushed out of the way, and they're not tapped all the way in. Now the screws fit there, and they fit in all the way, but it still looks like garbage to have that extra flash there from the machining. The other issue that I noted is a design issue, that the bearings aren't fully retained. They just have a little tiny lip on the bottom half and nothing on the top to actually hold the bearing in place. So there's nothing holding it level, and the bearings are just going to go right through. The additional problems that I noticed is that that the screws in this thing are just wrong. I've got two M4x20 button heads, which I'm supposed to have. I've got two M4x20 countersunk heads that I'm supposed to have. Then there's these four countersunk M4x12s, which are supposed to hold the skid plate into the bottom of the truck, but don't actually thread far enough into the bulkhead to hold the skid plate tightly. They should be M4x10s, I think. Then there's the M3x10 cap screws that I've got that are supposed to fit into this location, but because of the machining are far too short. They're supposed to be M3x15s. And then there's these 6 little countersunk M4x, I think they're M4x5s. I have no idea where they're supposed to go because they're the wrong screw entirely. They don't fit anywhere on the truck and they have no purpose whatsoever. They're supposed to be M4x8 button heads, as I've got in my other unopened kit here, which just by looking through the package I can see that the screw locations that are for the skid plate screws aren't machined anywhere near deep enough. So I'm not going to open that. I'm just going to send that back for a refund along with the rest. Now we come to the real problem child here, and that is the Golden Horzions Savage steering setup, which looks really nice at first. Except that when I pick it up, I notice that the bottom collar, which by the way is now screwed all the way on, I can just turn it in spite of the fact that it's supposed to be threaded, and it just pops right off. Now that's threaded all the way to the top, but the threads barely engage at all. So it's basically useless. Adding to that is the fact that, let me run this down here, the collar itself is loose, the adjuster collar, and I'll show you what happens here in just a second. I'm going to drop the spring and all of that off, and then I'm going to show you what happens with the collar. You see the collar, when I screw it back on here, should be nice and tight like on the HPI piece, which doesn't move at all, and you practically have to have pliers for it. But if you can hear that, it rattles like crazy. And I can actually move the entire thing just like that. And it wobbles back and forth. So I'm not even going to go into pulling out the hardware there and assembling this thing. Unboxing this stuff back up, and I am going to give RCSuperstore a call, which, by the way, so far, great service from them, no problems with them. But I'm going to give them a call and find out whether I need to deal with them or deal with Golden Horzions about getting a full refund, because I have no intention of trying to work out whatever issues they've got when I've got 3 parts that all have something majorly wrong with them. I've been recommending the bulkhead for a while, or recommending that people take a look at the bulkhead on the recommendations of several friends. I won't be recommending them anymore. I think I'm going to replace them with bulkheads from FLM that cost, in this case, half again as much, and I think I'm going to be a lot happier. So, I'll update once I get word back from RCSuperstore and Golden Horzions. Have a nice day.